All right, mates, welcome back. Crypto Leverage Trading Group. Everybody's doing well. It is Saturday afternoon. I hope everybody is doing well. Got done a little while ago watching my Wolves lose to Manchester United. Still think we outplayed them, but you guys know how that goes. Wolves are now in the Premier League, and if you have to score a goal in 3 games, new skipper, don't get me started. But it's all right. It's all good. It's early. Like we like to say in crypto, it's early. Okay. And so sometimes you have to let these things marinate a little while before things begin to come around. We're going to have this little go live right now because of what's happened here in the last 72 hours. Like you'd think like I completely insulted somebody's family or something by releasing like videos pointing out like just legitimate concerns that like anybody in crypto, anybody in the cryptoverse, and I know you mates that are watching me for the last 2 years that have been part of the group, Crypto Leverage Trading Group, or just catch stuff on Twitter or on YouTube or whatever, Facebook, you know that I'm like legitimately always pointing out the questions that you should ask, okay? Because it's your money, right? It's your future, okay? And there are bad actors everywhere, okay? Doesn't matter if you're in the UK, doesn't matter if you're in the Far East, Latin America, Mexico, the United States, anywhere in Europe, there are bad actors everywhere. And they live in the shadows. You don't know who they are, okay? And this is the thing about, like, legit about how the conversation you have to have sometimes with yourself about things is if someone that you didn't know, right, walk up to you on the street and started rambling to you about a crypto project or a token launch or whatever like that and asked you for $50, you would be like, get out of my face, right? You'd be like, dude, get out of here. Like, right? Like, that's how we are. Like, if, we see these things that are directly at us, interaction socially, someone approaches us or someone used back in the day, right? The cold call. People would call you on the phone to try and pitch you stocks, right? Penny stocks. Or like you'd be like, those people just hung up on those people, right? Why? Because you didn't know who they were. There's no legitimacy to them. You're like, what? I didn't ask for it. Like, whatever. Okay. But suddenly now in the internet age, the social media age and the YouTube age and all this age, it's like, oh, if someone is on YouTube or somebody has a website, they're legitimate. And that's the perception that people have. No, it just means they spent a little bit of money up front to scam you. That's all it means, is they've invested some money on the front end, okay? So let me talk about how this works, okay? If we were bad actors, okay? And there's enough people in our group, okay? If we wanted to create an ERC20 token, okay? Ethereum-based. Do you know how long it would take us to create that token, mates? I could create that token in less than an hour. We could have a token, a coin of our own, okay? The Crypto Leverage Trading Group coin on Pancake Swap, on Sushi Swap, on 1inch, right? In an hour. I mean, the token can be created in an hour. It doesn't have to be anything. It could be a meme token. It could be this schmuck's face, okay? That's how easy it is. It's easy. So here's what I want you to do. And if you don't believe me into thinking that it's easy, simply go on the YouTube channel DAP University. Okay, the guy's brilliant. He teaches people how to create coins, how to create tokens, how to write smart contracts. It's not hard. It really isn't. Okay? And when you start to learn, like, okay, how much do these people really have invested? So let's talk about that. So we're going to create a token. We're not, okay? Because the world doesn't need another shit coin, okay? It doesn't. We have enough. Do you guys know that there's over 200,000 such things? Most people don't know that. Like, you'll go on the exchange and you'll look at the top 100 market cap on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap. But you won't go any further than that, right? Because you probably shouldn't, realistically, okay? Unless you know someone or something, you're involved. Like, realistically, okay, someone else has already done some due diligence, right? Okay. But there's thousands and thousands of these tokens and coins now because they're so easy to generate. And it doesn't really matter which it is. The more networks that we have, that we created. A lot of this has started lately with the Binance Smart Chain, but the more networks we have, okay, the more coins and tokens that you're going to get, okay, for those networks. There's nothing wrong with that if they're legitimate or they have a use case, okay, and they have some kind of auditing and they have some kind of white paper, right, a roadmap that you can look at about this is what we're going to do and hold us accountable to this is what we're going to do, right? But that's not what these are about, okay? These token launches that I was talking about, like Panda Inu, are simply capturing a current phenomenon in the market of the Inu phenomenon of meme coins, right? Shiba Inu, right? And oh my God, look, so all we have to do is get a bunch of us together and create a bullshit shitcoin, put a little dog or something with it, like a neat little, like catchy, like, think like out of the box, like Pokemon shit, okay? And like, we don't have to do anything. We just have to create the token and then market it to people. And how we market it to people is where I come in and am like sounding the alarms, okay? And those alarms are chiming all over to anyone in the developer community that is the really backbone of the blockchain and cryptocurrency, okay? That's just a fact. We all talk, we all trade, we all the exchanges and all that stuff. But the people that are actually doing the work, that are driving the development, the same way the people that did the work that created the internet, right? That created all the web pages, the front end, the back end, all the development we've seen from Microsoft, Netscape, on Microsoft, all through the internet. Well, why are things as better now than they were a decade ago? People were doing this, developers, okay? You've got tons of developer communities, okay? Layer upon layer upon the blockchain, okay? They're the ones doing the work. The developer community knows that this shit's a joke. No one in the developer community is buying Panda Inu. Nobody. Because they know it's a shitcoin. And to them, it's completely disrespectful to what they do and the projects the legitimate projects that they're working on, creating code for, developing, making Ethereum better, making Bitcoin now, Bitcoin DeFi, the next stage to kind of make Bitcoin a little bit more suitable for DeFi, right? Those guys working on that. Polkadot, okay? All that. Even the people on Cardano, the Alonzo fork coming, right? Coming up here, in a little while, right? Like all these people are like actually like doing something. The Panda Inu shit's a joke. Just like, did people make money on Dogecoin? Yeah. Did people in our community, when Dogecoin got listed on Bex Plus, leverage trade Dogecoin and make money? Yeah, because we all shorted it because we knew it was a joke. This is what I want to reiterate to people. If you Google Dogecoin, okay, and just do some research on Dogecoin, as if you didn't know anything about Dogecoin at all, and you were thinking about buying at 25 cents, 28 cents, whatever it is right now today, you would learn that the creators and the original developers of the coin don't even own it anymore. What does that tell you? What does that legitimately tell you? That it's just speculative. And that's fine. If you're going to talk about things about being speculative, and that's what it is, okay. It's like placing a bet on a team, placing a bet, whatever, on a fight or whatever. Okay. But that's not what these projects in MLM are doing with regard to Panda Inu and the 3 previous tokens for Etherconnect. They are misleading people. They're using our words, DeFi, okay? They're using our buzzwords that are used in cryptocurrency to convince people that their token is legitimate. Their token will never be on anything other than that swap that they've paid for it to be on until they decide to pull it out. That's the reality. See, when an MLM company like Etherconnect, which is nothing more than BitConnect, okay, Google that, do your own due diligence, okay? Everyone in our group understands where I live, where I come from, who are the people that I talk to. Remember XRP? Remember 3 months before the whole XRP with the United States government? What was I telling everybody in our group? Okay, I live in the town where the shit happens, okay? And it is in New York City, okay? I'm talking about the political shit, where it goes down. All the people that live around me in the suburbs all work for the federal government, Department of Treasury, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Commerce, okay, agriculture, all the, okay. This is why I'm telling you, how do I know the federal government is working on their own cryptocurrency? Because there are people who live around me that are working on it, okay? That's the reality. Okay, what Treasury is doing, what Treasury is doing. How do we know what's going to go on with XRP? And how do we know they're talking about XRP? How did I know that they were looking into XRP? Because I live here and I hear it. Starbucks, doesn't matter where you're at, you can hear it. Same people on the soccer field, okay, with the kids, parents talking, you can hear it. It's people's jobs, it's their work. You hear these things, you stay in the know. That's the reality. And here's the thing: BitConnect was investigated by the FBI, and so will Etherconnect. Okay? They're on the FBI's radar. They're on the federal government's radar. Think about this. They're telling you that you need a VPN in the United States of America. Okay? Meaning you can't participate in the Panda Inu swap, okay, token accumulation, without using a VPN to go through Etherconnect. And you live in the United States. What's that tell you? We all know you can use a VPN on your own choice to avoid, certain things, okay? Maybe the country, the exchange you want to trade on isn't regulated in your country, and so you use a VPN to trade on that exchange, right? Well, Pancake Swap, right? You need a VPN for Pancake Swap? No. Uniswap? No. Okay? So why do you need a VPN for Etherconnect? Because they're not US-based, they're not regulated, and they're fraudulent. That's why. You don't have a leg to stand on. If you live in the US and you give them $50 to $50,000, okay, you don't have a leg to stand on. And when they take your money and shut their shit down, you got no recourse, because the attorney general of your state is going to say they're not even licensed to do business or regulated in the United States. They had no authorization. They're not audited. They've got no registration. There's nothing we can, okay, here's a complaint form, fill it out. You're done. You're done. And this has happened before, 3 other tokens already with Etherconnect. This is what I'm saying is, again, when that person walks up to you on the street, you're like, get out of my face, right? But when someone approaches you through your email or through YouTube, oh my God, this sounds great. I'm going to make 10% a month, 17.5 ROI a month. Now, where is that going to come from? So let me explain to you how that happens, okay? We're going to create our own token. Now, how do we make money off that token? It's got no use case. No one else is going to receive that token, meaning you can't go and buy something using our token at a store or online, or you can't swap it on an exchange, right? Or whatever to get another token that you could use online or on a network, right? Because our token, just like PWT, Panda Inu, is not going to work on a network. It's not. Okay? It's just not. There's no use case for it. Okay? And it certainly has nothing. Think about this. Meme DeFi. That's how it's being pitched. What does a meme coin have anything to do with DeFi? Like they're trying to create this whole like buzzword stuff where they're conflicting things that have nothing to do with one another. Okay? So like, are you going to be able to convert Panda Inu to Aave? Panda Inu to Compound? Can't Panda Inu to Maker? Which are legitimate. Again, legitimate tokens. Okay? Ethereum, decentralized finance. You're not. And you wouldn't with our token either. Okay? Now, okay, so, well, it's on an exchange. JD, it's on an exchange. Yeah, but what does that matter? So we all get together, everybody in our group, we put in a couple, let's say we put in whatever we need to get at, 50,000. 50,000. That's it. That's all you need to get your coin listed on a DEX. Most DEXs, 50,000. $50,000 to get it listed. That's it. No one's doing an audit. No one's looking at your white paper. They could give a shit. That's not their purpose. Their purpose is for an exchange. This is why exchanges are going to, listen very carefully, are going to come under intense scrutiny in the next year in the United States. That's all of them. But the ones that are going to become the most are Pancake Swap, Sushi Swap, okay, Uniswap, all that. Because if they're not looking into the projects that are being registered or offered on their exchange, they are going to be held culpable, okay, and liable. And if they can't figure out who those people are, that's when the government just shuts it down and just blanketly. And if you think what happened to XRP, think about what would happen to every single coin that's only listed on PancakeSwap or Uniswap or 1inch or anything, okay, Sushi Swap, if the U.S. government decides to say your exchange is banned. Look what happened to XRP. XRP plummeted just from a simple investigation. And XRP tokens were taken off major exchanges all over the world because simply of an investigation, mates. Okay? That hasn't really come up with anything. Hasn't really ruled really on anything, right? Just the investigation. So imagine what happens to that. Now, and these are the projects like Panda Inu and the shit coins like that, EFI, was it EYFI, EFY, EIFI, all the whatever, the rebranding of the first few Etherconnect tokens that failed, okay, and then they rebrand it to relaunch again, and then it fails, and now they're on to the fourth coin, which is Panda Inu, okay? All along, hundreds of thousands of people are being fraudulently exposed and having their money taken from them. So how would that work? Well, let's talk about how that would work. We're going to launch our token, right? So we're going to market our token. And how are we going to market our token? How are we going to get people, how are we going to deceive, right? How are these people deceiving people, right? It's all in the marketing. Like, for example, Etherconnect and people like Joshua Elder, okay, who, let me reiterate, this isn't an attack on Joshua Elder or Vitaly in Dubai, but again, Vitaly's in Dubai. Guess what? He doesn't fall under our laws in the United States, doesn't fall under the laws of people like Jay in our group and Luke in our group in UK, doesn't fall on, the laws of Dean in our group in Canada. He doesn't fall under those laws. He's in Dubai. He doesn't care. He doesn't care what the U.S. or any other place's laws are with regard to multi-level marketing, crypto, or any of that, because he's in a place that doesn't have any. It's the wild, wild Far East or Middle East, right? Like, it's the wild, wild Middle East for that. That's why he's there, because he's already been pushed out and run out of countries where he's done this stuff before. Okay. And so that's what you also want to think about. Who's behind it? So who's behind Etherconnect? You don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. It's like BitConnect, right? They left in the middle of the night, shut that stuff down, right? The FBI has been, on the ramp. You can Google it. You can find the guy's been underground for like years now. Okay. And that's what's going to happen with Etherconnect as well, because it's an MLM Ponzi scheme. And so what does that mean? It means the only way anyone is making, like if you go on the YouTube channel and you look at the videos that I put up and you look at the people that have commented, okay, they're telling you how much money they've made. Well, how are you making money off a coin that hasn't launched yet on an exchange? It's not, you can't go on PancakeSwap today and buy a PWT. You have to buy it through Etherconnect, correct? And how do you buy it? You buy it with cash? You buy it with MasterCard? You buy it with Visa? No. Why don't they offer it by MasterCard and Visa, Discover, American Express, mates? Because you're protected if you buy something with those products, services, right? Up $50 minimum, like whatever your credit card is. PayPal. Why don't they take PayPal for it? Because PayPal offers you a level of protection against fraud, right? So what they ask you to do on Etherconnect and what these affiliate marketers want you to do is, hey, give us your Ethereum, your Binance coin, your Tron coin. Just swap it. Just swap 3 legitimate coins. It's something interesting about this, though, if you think about it. PWT, Panda Inu, is going to have 475 billion tokens. That's with a B. Okay. You know how many tokens BNB coin has? The very network, the token that drives the Binance smart chain, okay, smart contracts, the very coin that is used to drive, whether you want to look at it as proof of work, proof of stake, proof of history, whatever you want to look at on the blockchain, okay? What's the token used for that? The BNB, Binance coin, right? Do you know what the circulating supply and max supply of that coin is? A little over 100 million, maybe, versus 475 billion for the next major military grade. There's no fucking such thing as military grade crypto tokens. Okay? Again, buzzwords, marketing, bullshit. Okay? They're not being legit. The other side of it is it's going to be listed on Coinbase. Oh, really? Really? Do you know what the chances are of any coin in the cryptoverse being listed on Coinbase Pro or Coinbase? Do you know how hard it is to get listed on Coinbase or any legitimate exchange? Do you know how much paperwork, review, auditing, how long most coins have been already on other exchanges before Coinbase will even touch them? Okay? That's how you know they're full of shite. There's no Panda Inu is never going to be listed on Coinbase, never going to be listed on Qcoin, never going to be listed on any legitimate exchange that's, it's just not. You're going to be able to buy it and sell it through Etherconnect. They've created their own. It's a website. It's not a blockchain company. They have no development, no code, and nothing on the blockchain. Period. Okay? Right? They really don't. Check out, like somehow Etherconnect is Etherscan. No, it's not. Okay? Like, again, and everything is predicated on Panda Inu for the launch. Not the project, not any development, not any solutions. This is what the coin is going to do. It's going to make things cheaper. What's it going to make cheaper? It's going to make DeFi cheaper. How? How is it going to make DeFi cheaper if it's only on the Binance Smart Chain, in theory, and you're not on the Ethereum network, like, of any consequence, and you can't swap out? Remember, I gave you my Ethereum and my Tron and my BNB coin, which are legitimate, and then you gave me bullshit tokens back that I can't do anything with except sell through you once you determine what the value is going to be. That's the game. Meanwhile, if you recruit your friends and have them put in their $50, you'll get a return, referral, and commission bonuses and all that. Because you see, that's how they pay out the 10% to 17.5% temporarily ROI in the beginning for the original people that get in buying at the round 1, round 2 level. Look, all you have to do is look at the actual vesting periods for these rounds. That should be very alarming to people. Okay? And so, like, I pulled it up and I was kind of like amused by this notion. So you're going to have 3 rounds and then a public round. But in the public round, which is PancakeSwap, right? You can go on and buy it on PancakeSwap once it finally isn't in the public round. Only 10 billion of the 475 billion tokens that are available are going to be available on the public round. Only 10 billion. Interesting. Okay. So you're looking at 200 billion round 1. Okay. 50 billion round 2. That's 250 billion. 25 billion round 3. See how it's going down, down, and down. Okay. But then look at the locking vesting period. So if you got in at round 1 and you got in at 0.000050 or whatever number they're going to freaking make up, your vesting period's 10 months. They don't know what that means. The people that they're talking to have no idea what that means. They don't know what that means. And Etherconnect and the multi-level marketers and the referral marketing and the email marketing and all link marketing and all the people that are out shilling this, which are not legitimate crypto people, which are not legitimate trading entities at all. It's all multi-level marketing people in multi-level marketing groups trying to use the crypto, okay, rise in the last year to scam people, okay? It's just another layer into their scams. And it's the same people reinventing themselves over and over. Looks like I said in the video, these people are the same people that defrauded hundreds of thousands of people off of Ethereum smart contracts called Forsage. Go ahead and Google Forsage. There are people that you put Ethereum onto that Forsage platform, bought spots on the Forsage Ponzi scheme that under the perception that, or the process of thinking that they were going to get spillover, they were going to get a return, they were going to make, so some people put in $5,000. So they gave $5,000 of Ethereum, it bought them into spots, and then they were to sign up people underneath them and generate revenue. And that's how MLM work. It's all referral. It's all how many people in your downline, your upline, this leg, that leg. That ain't how crypto works. Okay. You don't need a upline or downline to buy crypto. Okay. That's not crypto. Okay. And so that's why people in cryptoverse look at these guys, you know, with like such contempt. And that's how I look at them, because they don't, first of all, they don't understand cryptocurrency. They're not developers. Most of them are not traders. They are MLM marketers. But they're coming from the position that they know everything about crypto. Go and watch Josh Elder's video and listen to him dismiss people asking credible questions from a tokenomics perspective. Okay, well, what's the impact of the max supply going to be then? So in essence, how long before I can get my money out? If I give you my Ethereum and I'm in round 1 or round 2, when can I cash it? How long are you going to keep my stuff, my Ethereum, and I'm going to have to hold on to these tokens that are basically of no value anywhere except on Etherconnect, meaning whoever that is. And so who are the people behind Etherconnect that have the power to execute these transactions and then to shut their site down? Who controls the Etherconnect Panda wallet? Right? We've just seen this happen 3 times in the last couple of months of token launches. Within weeks after a token launch, the actual site go dark. Done. Disappeared. People lost their money. And that's what this is about. This isn't about a meme coin. This isn't about crypto. This is about taking money from you. Okay? They're parasites. That's what they are. And I used to have respect for a few of these guys, because if you go back and you look at Joshua Elder's YouTube channel, he's got a wealth of information that's valuable information for people who want to get into affiliate marketing. Okay? Get into email marketing. So how does affiliate marketing, how's that different? How are they making this transition? Well, affiliate market can be anything. It doesn't have to be crypto. But what you find on YouTube is normally if you go into a YouTube channel and say you want to learn about insurance, Forex trading, derivatives, whatever it is, and someone wants to, someone's got an exchange, a partnership or sponsorship with an exchange. We've seen that with Bit7, right? They will have a link in their description. You sign up in them, they'll get a commission for referring you to the exchange. The exchange pays them. Nothing wrong with that. It's marketing. Basically, the exchange is paying the YouTuber to market for them. Okay? Doesn't impact you. It's not taking any money from you. But in some circumstances, a lot of those could be you bought an insurance, you bought an IRA, or you bought something online. The person who referred you could get a commission cut out of the value of what you bought. That happens all over the internet. Okay. That's affiliate marketing. Okay. That's not fraud. It's not fraudulent. Normally on YouTube, you've got to disclose those kind of things, sponsorship and all that stuff. Like I do or whatever like that, in terms of if you're affiliated with someone or sponsored with someone. There's nothing wrong with that. Those are legitimate practices that occur. This is not, because they're misleading you by saying that this token is going to get listed on Coinbase as a buzzword.
These tokens
Okay. Coinbase is a buzzword, right? And so you've got all that, right? But so you're going to hold these PWT tokens for a certain amount of time, and then the 10 billion are going to come public, right? And then you're like, okay, well, I got to hold my tokens, and this may not be 100% aligned with Panda Inu, but this is how these projects work: is you got in early on round 1, round 2, they got your money, they got your Ethereum, they got your Bitcoin, they got your Tron coin, okay, they got or Binance coin, right? They got it. And now they're making money off of that because you just gave them your coins that are legitimate. Okay. You gave them, you bought today and you gave them $5,000 in Ethereum. And then you wake up tomorrow and Ethereum goes to 4,000. You just lost all of that value, that price movement, because you used your Ethereum tokens at 3,200 to give to these freaking schmucks. Okay. Now they have it, and they're accumulating Ethereum, and they're using that Ethereum, okay, to compensate you and other people who are already in the scheme on a monthly basis, 10% on your $50 or whatever it is, 17% on your however it's tiered based on the money you gave them. You're never going to get your money back. I want you to understand something. If we created a token today and we required people to hold it for 10 months, 5 months, 3 months after the launch, okay, them. But you're not audited, and you're not, the ownership is, no one knows who the ownership is. No one who knows has access to the wallet. Nobody knows who has anything that has to do with where all of this Ethereum and all of these tokens and all that actually are, okay? Where's your token being held? In a Panda wallet. Right. You know anything about the Panda wallet? You know anything about who? It's not MetaMask. I can tell you that right now. Okay? You and your computer. So we launch. It launches, right? Woo! It launches. But you can't do anything with your tokens that you bought in pre-sale in a lot of these projects until a certain amount of time goes by. What happens if within a month, like just happened recently, it goes dark? Etherconnect goes away. They take their site down. They take the Panda wallet down. What are you going to do with your tokens? They're worth shite, mates. Okay? You don't know who they are. You have no one to come back at. Nobody knows who they are, right? Nobody knows. They're not legitimate. Who are you going to call? You're going to call up? You know, I did see you, though, on Facebook. I'm sorry. I actually was on Facebook in a group. I also saw it on YouTube. Now there's a group. Now there are people. There's about 100 or so people that are already creating a Telegram group regarding filing a complaint in Utah against the MLM marketer. Okay? Because that's the state he operates in, his marketing company. Okay? Now that is some serious, serious shit right there. Like, the attorney general of that state is going to get 100 plus complaints from people about someone whose business operates in their state who's defrauding people. And they'll have all the proof. They'll have all of this stuff. They're making copies of everything, all the videos that the guy's done, all of the email marketing campaign that's coming to their email boxes from these guys, right? They'll have everything to present to the attorney general on a consumer complaint. And they'll track the guy down. If the guy's legitimate, they're going to find him. If it's all bogus, right, they'll never find him. That's the reality. But that's the scams that come. And you have to be aware of these scams by asking these very simple questions with regard to crypto, the tokenomics, the supply. What's the token launch rate? What's the project? What's the white paper? What's the roadmap? Who's behind it? What other projects have these individuals been involved with? We see that all the time. Things like Phantom, right? You know, like these people are involved in other projects that are successful. So someone's going to start a brand new project and a brand new coin because they're going to do something else. They're already they're legitimate. There's your work of proof, right? Proof of work in terms of social proof. These people are proven and respected in the cryptocurrency. Go ahead and go on all of your major crypto news media outlets, CoinDesk, whatever you want to use, and go ahead and plug in the search box Panda Inu, Etherconnect. It's not coming up because they're not part of the crypto community. They're part of the MLM community, who constantly has a reputation of fraudulent activity. But they fulfill your need. I get it. Many of us are coming through the pandemic, lost jobs. We're like, we have this much hope left. We want to put our savings into something. We want to get rich quick. We want the guy's $200,000 Ferrari, right? That's what we want. Okay. And that's what they sell us. Okay. And inevitably that's what they sell us. But let's take a look here. I just want to read you something really quick. And this isn't me. This is just on the messenger. But this isn't me. Okay. But this is easier. You can find all this stuff out there. And people just don't do any due diligence. They just buy what some schmuck says and send him crypto that they'll never get back. They will never get back. And all they have to do is listen to the people who bought these individuals' previous projects, tokens. I mean, it simply states Panda Inu, Etherconnect's, this isn't me, 4th shitcoin launch in 5 months. Why would you need to launch 4 tokens in 5 months, mates? If your token is going to solve the world's problems of crypto, of DeFi, and of the memes, and of Panda Wallet, and be the best token on the Binance Smart Chain, why would you need to have launched 4 tokens in 5 months? Think about that. Okay? And it's funny, as it says, Etherconnect's race to the bottom continues. Okay? As they attempt to cash in on the Inu meme coin fad. That's all you need to know. And so many people are like, well, I don't really care. I'm just going to, doesn't matter who suffers as long as it's not me. So I'm going to put money in it. I know it's probably not right. It's probably unethical. But I mean, if I can give them $100 and I make $1,000, or give them $500 and give them $500 and I make $5,000 or whatever like that, what do I care? Right? And that's what's wrong with everybody. Okay? Because inevitably people do get hurt. And it's usually poor people. It's usually people who can't afford to get hurt. People like me I can afford to take a risk on something. You guys see it in our trading group all the time. Okay? That's it. You take your losses. You take your lumps. Okay? Bitcoin goes from 64,000 to 28,000, right? And you're not selling your Bitcoin because you're in for the long haul and you watched it go from 64 to 28. Not everybody can afford to do that. Okay? In the world. Okay? And they're preying on that. They're preying on the desperation of people. And frankly, to me, they lose all legitimacy. And the guy pointed this out to me last night on a call. Is they were like, hey, JD, take a look at the actual desperation, not of the individuals that are actually being succumbed to this fraud, but the people showing it. Look how their views and their analytics on YouTube have dropped during the pandemic, tremendously dropped. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that, at the end of the day, you're only as good as your name and your legitimacy. And if you keep over time defrauding people more and more, you're counting on a new pool of people to defraud, right? And there's less and less and less because more people are becoming aware and aware and aware. And that should be all of our job, is to make more people aware of these frauds so you don't get scammed, okay? And so you only buy legitimate coins and tokens and crypto, because these are the people that will get crypto shut down and locked down. If this continues to happen, it will be these cases that the federal government and a lot of other governments look at and say, this is hurting citizens. We need to put a stop to it. What can we do? And then that is what impacts the ripple effect throughout all of cryptocurrency. And it's not the people in the developer communities that are getting on and going, okay, let's see how we can defraud people today. That's just not it. That's not it. They're looking for like to find solutions to make networks better, make the nodes better, okay? Make it more efficient, make it faster, make it cheaper, right? That's what you want to be looking at. Look at what's happened to Solana in the last month. You guys know my affinity for Solana and Avalanche. I don't hide that. I don't like prop them up. I don't shill them because of where my interests lie. But you look at them. Avalanche, $14 to $50. Solana, $35 to $96, right? Because they're legitimate. They're legitimate things that you should consider, right? Along with hundreds of others, right? Think about this. The coin that's going to save the world in Panda Inu, okay, according to people like Josh Elder, is 470 billion max supply. Bitcoin Cash only has 21 million. Bitcoin, 21 million, right? That we're looking at. If you look at it kind of like, really? 21 million, 475 billion. So why would we, if we got together and we were the ones that were kind of shilling this nonsense, why would we pick 475 billion? Why would we pick a supply of tokens? Because we can designate how many tokens, right, can be mined or issued, right? We have that determination. Why would you pick that number and not say 100 million, 10 million? I encourage you all, when you have some time and you're bored, go on CoinMarketCap, go on CoinGecko, and look at the pricing of the values of various tokens and coins and stable coins and all that good stuff in the top 100, 150, okay? Look at their max supply, look at their certain supply, and then look at their price. Why are some coins $600, $700? I can tell you that a token with a max supply of 475 billion tokens is never going to be $500, $600, $700. It's not going to be the next Ethereum at $3,200. It's not going to be the next Bitcoin, okay? Just stop, okay? But people don't know that. People don't understand tokenomics. And that's why they don't explain tokenomics to them in their pitch, because if you were to understand tokenomics, you would understand that everything they're saying is complete shite, okay? Now, will Panda Inu, can it go up? Like their other previous tokens went up to like, I think one went to like $3 or something like that temporarily and freaking collapsed because they pulled the rug out, right? So here's the thing. Here's the point I want to talk about for people to understand really what's going to happen, okay? Again, okay? Because there are a lot of us that think this is a rug pull. A lot of us think this is complete shite. A lot of us think this is a fraud. There's a lot of people out there that do. Okay, not maybe not everyone's making videos about it because a lot of times it doesn't do them any good. It makes them a target. I bet a target. Go look at my YouTube. People. My email address is on my YouTube, so my email is full of people accusing me of, like being a centralized guy, not a whatever, just utter crap. You don't understand any of this. Okay, and they're going to be the ones left holding the bag because what's going to happen is the people in the public sale of 10 billion tokens is going to take place. And when it does, anyone, no pre-sale people, anyone can buy it on PancakeSwap. And then all of a sudden, something happens. And people who bought, let's just say the creators, okay? The creators decide to sell all their tokens, even though they're not supposed to. Even though it says they're supposed to vest them for 10 months. Okay? Who's to stop them from selling it? There's no mechanism to stop them from selling it, mates. They have access to everything, right? So then they sell. Maybe they don't sell all of it, but they sell, okay? Because if they're offering you round one at 0.0000005, okay, what do you think they got it for? Right? We just saw what happened with like offerings, right? Stock offerings in crypto where they give their employees $35,000 worth of their shares. The employees just get the shares, right? Because it comes out of the shares outstanding of that particular This was Coinbase, that particular, right, at their launch, right? So they got all their tokens, right? So 1 cent. How do you know how many tokens they got? The guys at Etherconnect. How do you know they didn't there's 475 billion. How do you know they didn't give each other 100 million tokens? You don't know. 50 million, 20 million, 1 million. Okay. So you don't know these things, right? So then something happens and all of a sudden the price starts going down on PancakeSwap. Down, down, down. Like, wait, what's happening? Okay. We've seen this stuff with like Coinbase effect, right? Coins get listed on Coinbase initially, they rise up, we call it Coinbase effect, and then they come back down because people take profits, and then it comes back down. Some of them may never come back. Most of them, because Coinbase has done its due diligence and these projects are legitimate, most of them come back, and then we've seen this happen. Okay. Saw with Cardano. Cardano got listed on Coinbase, boom, it went up, then it came back down. Okay. And then now it's back above that level, right? Legitimate projects. That happens all the time. Okay. But with the illegitimate, with the ones that are fraud, there's no one back buying it again. There's no institutions behind it. There's no exchanges behind it. Okay. PancakeSwap's not going to buy it. They're not going to keep the artificially inflated price. It's going to free fall. And if this was a legitimate project, that really shouldn't happen right away. Okay. But they always do in the rug pulls, because they're not legitimate. And so like they're going to dump it, and then you're held with tokens that you can't do anything with. Right? Because you have to have these vested for 10 months or 5 months, right? Remember that BitConnect quickly collapsed. Okay? Their EIFI token, okay, for Etherconnect collapsed. And so they had to rebrand, okay, EIFI to introduce to people again, okay, get people again. You know, they say a sucker's born every day, but apparently a sucker's born twice a day, because people go back in and like they double dip. Why? So if you're in first and you get out first, right, you're going to make money. The insiders always make money. And that's where legitimately, if you buy on, say, Panda Inu launches on October 1st, public sale, PancakeSwap, and say you go in there and it's 30 cents, same price as Dogecoin, okay? And you buy it because it's the next latest, greatest meme coin. And then it dumps. You come home from work and you're like, it's 3 cents, 2 cents, less than a cent, keeps falling. And you're like, well, what happened? Because it got pulled. And what a pull is just basically, whew, right? People talk about whales all the time. People talk about the movement of whales and how whales' involvement in certain tokens and all that stuff. You can bet the whales and these false, fraudulent token launches are the creators and originators who have given them a certain amount of tokens of the supply, control of those tokens, and then they can determine whenever they want to dump it and pull the money out and then put it back into Ethereum. Okay? But until that happens, until we get to October, you've got people all over YouTube talking about how they're making money. They're making money. They're making money, right? Doing their little dance and putting their little gifts up. They're making money off of other people who are giving Etherconnect the Ethereum in order for Etherconnect to give them tokens, right? And they're getting paid out of this pool over here. That when I say this, always dries up, because as soon as they recognize that they're no longer getting the referrals and the people joining, they pull it out. It's gone. And you stop getting your return. Go and look at them all. Go to MLM.com and look at all of these things. Okay? Are there people who will make money? Yeah. The majority of people, when I mean by majority, I mean 95% of the people never do. That's why it's called a Ponzi scheme. And this is an MLM Ponzi scheme that's wrapped up in a nice crypto bow for everybody, using the buzzwords that we all know and that people hear about on the news. Are like, oh, it's DeFi. They don't know what decentralized finance is, but they know the word because now the word carries more power. Okay. So like, oh, Dogecoin. Oh, Elon Musk. Like I heard that the other day. Okay. Somebody sent me a thing about one of the guys who's shilling this thing that Elon Musk is going to get behind Panda Inu. Come on. Please. Elon Musk is the reason why Dogecoin dumped more than once and pumped more than once, right? Okay. But they don't know that, but they're telling people that. Just like they don't know that Coinbase is going to list their coin and Coinbase isn't going to list their coin. Trust me. Okay. Sometimes you just got to have people and they hide behind this. Is what I'm going to tell you right now. I can tell you in every one of my videos and go lives. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice. Any risk of anything that you do in this life, from crossing the street, okay, to not wearing a mask, to wearing a mask, to not getting vaccinated, to getting vaccinated, whatever choice that you make as a human being in this world, you and you alone are responsible for making. Okay. So I'm not giving you financial advice. And that phrase right there is what these people stress over and over again. This isn't financial advice. This isn't financial advice, but, and then they introduce you to a project they know is a full-blown scam and fraudulent. And, but YouTube allows them to be on there because they disclose it's not financial advice. And that's a community standard. And so people are like, ignore that. You hear that everywhere. So people just ignore it. And they think that someone is on. It's like how we feel about people on TV. Like, why do we care what a celebrity or like in my case, do I care what the politics are of my favorite professional football player is? And by football, I mean soccer. I don't mean American football. Do I care what their politics are? No. Right. But yet they'll get put up and they'll be put up as a celebrity figure that everyone gravitates to, right? It's like actors, right? Everyone always cares what actors think. They're just actors. That's their job. They're just actors. We make them celebrities, okay? Because we follow everything they do on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and we want to know what they had for breakfast. And so we allow them what they say to enter us and to somehow move us. And that's what these people do, is they want to move you to where they will profit. Okay. And so you need to be aware of those facts. I know. And a lot of stuff, it's kind of hard to go in a video. We will do it. There's a section in the leverage trading course for us, for everyone, about what is tokenomics? What does it really mean? How can you use tokenomics? How can you use metrics? How can you use these things to discern a fraud, to discern, a token that's not going to work? It's not going to go higher. Okay. It's not whatever decision you want to make. All the metrics, right? Because, those are things like tokenomics matter. Okay. Oftentimes more than a lot of other things. But you got to remember that these people are going to cash out quickly, long before your way before your vesting period. Okay. And because they've done it before. Okay. And that's their that's their history. So you're looking at, here's a couple of things I want to point out. Panda Inu is a world-strong, community-based, and decentralized finance wallet ecosystem. That's a lot of words to unwrap, right? In other words, nothing. Okay? It doesn't have an ecosystem. Has no network. None. That's its own. Okay? The Panda Inu meme token ecosystem is backed by two large crypto communities in the world. Now listen to this. It's backed by two of the largest crypto communities in the world. ECC and EIFI Finance. Those are MLM marketing arms of Etherconnect that are token launches by Etherconnect. Those are not crypto communities. Okay? Mind blown. Those aren't crypto communities, right? Who runs those communities? Name one guy in crypto. that we all know in crypto, okay, that runs those communities, that are part of those communities? Zero. It's all multi-level marketing, network marketing guys, okay, that are jacking crypto. That's what they're doing. They're using crypto for their own means. Okay, it's really in short, that's what it is. And that literally is what this token is, because it's not military grade. There's nothing unique about the Panda Inu, token, except for maybe these buffoons have a max supply of 475 billion tokens. So they don't really care what the price is. 1 cent, 2 cent, 5 cent, 6 cent. Because what they've done is they've mastered the fact that they're sitting on so many million tokens, they're going to make money. And the 50,000 fee to launch on PancakeSwap, or whatever the fee is now, I'm not really PancakeSwap, Uniswap, whatever that 50,000 that they paid, to list their token and their coin, is nothing compared to what they'll make. It really isn't. That's why they keep doing it. Rinse and repeating it. Okay. Because there's a sucker born every day. Only lately there's 2 suckers. Okay. So, and that's it. So look about this. Panda Inu token, total supply, 475 billion. We covered that. And it's not just a meme token. It is a future of the BSC meme ecosystem and DeFi wallets. Think about that. What does that mean? Oh, so MetaMask is going to go away. The leading wallet, okay, for Ethereum. Panda Wallet's going to replace Ethereum wallets. And the use of the Panda Inu token is going to become the premier token, transfer and swap token mechanism for crypto ballers all over the world to use, and not the Ethereum token? Really? You think that would be major news, don't you? Don't you think that would get on like CoinDesk? Don't you think that would like get on like AMB Crypto? FX Street? Do you think that would be like major news that suddenly there's a meme token that's launching that in its wallet is going to become the biggest wallet out there, the future of the BSC ecosystem, right? This is the stuff that you just have to look at and be like, no, like it legitimately can't, be legit for people who don't research stuff where they put their money. But it happens all the time. It just does. It's the dream. It's the lifestyle. It's the imagery of these MLM guys. And this is where I made my million, 5 gems to 5 million in crypto, right? Of course, they never show you any proof of it, right? That's the thing, is they can say whatever they want. So it's interesting that I hear this, that, people, we've made money. You don't know what you're talking about. You're a crypto hater. No, I'm a crypto lover. Okay. I'm a cryptologist, an on-chain analyst. Okay. And a leverage trader. Okay. And a developer for what I like to do. Okay. And I think that all of this personally is an insult to Ethereum. That's where I'm coming from. So if you got a problem with that, you can reach out to me, contact me anytime you want, and we can have discussions. And by the way, I did put that on YouTube. I did to general, because I was like, I had questions, or I was like, okay, answer me this. And I was like, tell you what, I'm readily available to take a call from you anytime. If you want to reach out to me personally, I'm not talking about a go live. I'm not talking about a Zoom call. But if you want to have a phone conversation legitimately, and you can explain to me these things, and I can explain to you how this actually really works, and educate one another as to where we're each coming from, I'm more than willing to do that. And so what do you think the odds are that individual is going to contact me? Okay. 0. Let alone do a call together. Okay. And that tells you everything. Because if I was launching a legitimate coin, and there are literally hundreds of thousands of legitimate coins and tokens, and that you'll never hear of, because, they're smaller communities, they're maybe used for enterprise, they may be used for a business, whatever the purpose may be. But if I wanted to be a public mass adopted and accepted utility token or governance token for a network or a project, I would be out in front, and I would take the questions and answer them, and be willing to talk to the dissenters and be willing to explain, like, this is what we're doing. This is our roadmap. This is our white paper. This is our timeline of what we want to get at and what we want to reach. This is a solution we are looking to. This is how we intend to bridge the Polkadot ecosystem with the Ethereum ecosystem so that we can shave down the transactions faster, limit, okay, the expense of gas fees. Okay, we can do all these things working through a layered system, layered 2, for example, right? All these things are all about developing the blockchain. And if you can't follow any of that, defend any of that, you got no business shilling some token launch. Okay, when you can't really articulate what the damn thing is even really all about, right? So go back again, like I said, the people behind Panda Inu have a reputation of being and not my words. This is the words of legitimate, okay, people reporting in the financial community, a shitcoin factory. Why would you want to put your hard money into a Ponzi scheme based from people who have a reputation of being a shitcoin factory? And that's based on their history of previous coins. I feel bad for Panda Inu as a token because the people behind it have failed miserably 1, 2, 3 times. Okay. Is the 4th time going to be the charm? I leave that up to the individual investor to make that determination. But you've got to understand that their reputation is BitConnect. Their model is BitConnect. Their model for this token is not Dogecoin. That's not their model. That's their talking point. Their model is BitConnect, which is a determined Ponzi scheme by the federal government of the United States. That's their model. And so you need to take a look at that. And this stuff's all come out this summer, and they're pushing through with their airdrops and all that stuff. Well, how are you getting those airdrops? Well, it's simple. They're taking that Ethereum money from all these people, and they're just dropping their tokens to people. They're feeding you, slowly feeding you. And maybe they can get you to drop another $5,000 or another $100 or another $500 of your hard-earned money into it before the public launch and when it gets rug pulled. Think about it. That's the game, mates. That's the scam. It's not new. It's not new. And people need to be made aware of it. You don't know who the team is. Say whatever you want about Ethereum and its gas fees. Say whatever you want about Dogecoin. But we have legitimate people that are always out in front that we can point to. Okay? Founders, creators, developers in the community. You can always point to Elon Musk, who talks about Dogecoin all the time. He's kind of like the face of Dogecoin, right? Even though he's not the creator of Dogecoin. But you know what I'm saying? Who is it for Etherconnect? Nobody knows. And that's the thing that you want to be very, very careful of, is all the pitches is just that. It's a pitch. Okay? And you go look at that market cap all the way down there, and you see tokens, volumes, because they're worthless. And that's the last thing you want to do. Anyone wants to do is have to one day wake up and realize, have to tell their wife, their spouse, their partner that I got scammed out of our future. Okay? And that's what I want to prevent for people. I'm not asking anything of you. I'm not here pitching me or pitching my core or anything tonight. That's not what I'm doing. Okay? I'm out here just informing you to be careful and cautious with everything that you do and ask questions every single time anyone pitches anything to you in crypto, so that you have the right questions to know whether or not to take the next step or to freaking walk away. Okay? Because your email box is going to be inundated over and over because your email is on a list somewhere for MLM, and you're going to keep getting it. And the more times you get it, the more apt you are to open up that email and to be sold the bullshit that they're selling. And that's what I want to keep you guys from. It's not just I have anything against these. I just have things against MLM scammers, okay? And people that aren't legitimate using the blockchain development community and using crypto as a means for them to defraud people. So that's where I'm at. If you have any questions for me, you can go ahead and list them in the comments below. You can certainly hit me up on my email, or obviously if you're in our Discord, you can post whatever you want, any kind of thread in the Discord community or on Facebook or on Twitter, and do your, like I said, look it all up. Just Google Etherconnect, Google BitConnect, Google these things. Panda Inu, Google it. Look at the reviews, look at the scams. 8 out of 10 of the articles written on Panda Inu are it's a scam. And so that's what you want to take into account. And just sit back and wait. Right? If it's something that's like, just wait for it to launch, wait for it to pump, if it's going to pump, whatever. I mean, and then look back and be like, oh, and then see what happens. And be like, you know what? Better to be safe than sorry on something like this, when you certainly can move over into any of these other coins that we talk about and tokens we talk about all the time in the Discord, all the time on YouTube, that are legitimate and you can profit from and trade them. Okay. Instead of chasing the dream and chasing the Ferrari, that should tell you something, man. The guy just freaking has taken, $1 million of Ethereum from people. Okay. He hasn't even launched his token yet. He doesn't know whether or not it's going to be successful or not, because you never know before these public launches. You don't know. Something could happen. We could be back in war in Afghanistan in the next week. We don't know what's going to happen next week or next month. And he's already bought himself a new Ferrari. I mean, that's your mindset of who you're dealing with. Not a business person. Okay. Not someone invested in this project, if it's a project at all. Okay. He's already gone out. And he bought that with your money. Anyone out there who invested in these scams, the last 3 projects, last 3 shit coins that have been pumped on YouTube and then dumped or rug pulled, a part of that Ferrari is your money that you gave them. And where are you at? You don't have a Ferrari sitting in your driveway. You may be looking at your savings going to zero. Right? And that's what we want to avoid for everybody. Okay. And that's what we're about, is so people get on me and they want to send me hate comments on freaking YouTube or on Twitter because I'm calling these people out for the fraud they are. Come and see me in 3 months and we'll have this conversation. That's what I tell them all. We'll talk in 3 months when the rug pull happens, and then they'll go away, because again, they have a vested interest in getting more people to come on board in the pre-sale. Okay. Because their thought process is, the more people I can get involved in the pre-sale, the more money I'm going to make. And I'm going to be one of those pullers. Like, I had one guy tell me, yeah, it's going to be a rug pull and I'm going to be the one pulling it and bragging about it. Right. So that's the level of human being you're dealing with, who doesn't care if you're left holding the bag. And those aren't people that you want to involve your crypto with. And that's all really I'm saying. So if anyone has any questions for me, they certainly can hit me up via email or on our Discord. That Discord is located in our YouTube channel header in the bottom right-hand corner. You click on that. It will provide you an invite to our Discord, the main Discord, and you'll be in. You'll be loaded up, and you can continue the conversation, and we can watch this play out. And if it plays out exactly the way it's played out the last 3 times with these people, you can expect it to be another rug pull. All right, mates. Hope everybody has a great night and a great week coming up. Thank you.